the coattails of his family's last name to act as if he's a better pro than he ever has been or will be. And he will quickly realize that he's out of his depth and that this is not the game for him. I plan on dealing with Till in conclusive fashion, then chasing even bigger fights in 2025. So Tommy is talking that talk. And again, okay, do we say that Tommy's hand injury, in the KSI fight and maybe even previously to that is the big reason we didn't see him utilize a ton of power in the Jake Paul fight and the KSI fight and the Anthony Taylor fight as well? Maybe. I mean, that could be a relevant thing that he's broken his hand and it's been hurt for a while and he had to have the surgery. So I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Tommy coming back into this scene to put some definitive statement on Darren Till. And here's another crazy thing. He's potentially going to get, if he beats Darren Till, a KSI rematch in 2025 and potentially a Jake Paul rematch in 2025. Tommy Fury just running people's pockets, man, in the influencer scene. I'm sick of it, but at the same time, I can't complain. Man's getting his back. And he's giving us a fun fight here. Apparently, there's going to be a press conference on Tuesday for this fight and this event, I guess with just those two. But here's a statement from Mams Taylor. Said, we're starting in 2025 with a serious statement of intent. Fury versus Till is an absolute banger, one of the biggest crossover fights that can be made, and we set up for the X Series for a record-breaking year. Build up to this is going to be compelling. It could get personal, and the fight will be one of the most brutal we have ever seen on Misfits. Get your tickets now. Okay, I like the build. I like the sentiment. It could get personal. It's going to be the most brutal. All right, we'll see. That's a lot to live up to, but we will see as we head into, I guess, again, January 18th. And here is the question that I wanted to know. What's the round? What's the weight of this fight? And I guess Mams Taylor had a space today where he said the rounds and the weight of this fight between Tommy Fury and Darren Till will be revealed at the presser on Tuesday. Okay, so as I record this, it is Sunday, November 17th. They are going to do a press conference this Tuesday. Tommy Fury, Darren Till. I hope on everything that's holy that Big John Fury makes an appearance and makes his presence known, because he is my favorite individual in this influencer boxing scene outside of Papa Plin. The crossover between those two would be, I think it might actually destroy the internet. Tuesday is when we are going to get the big reveal of the rounds. I mean, I would have to think 185 makes the most sense for both of them. Rounds probably 6 to 8. I would hope they're doing 8, but it probably most likely is more like 6. We've seen that Darren Till does have some cardio issues in the MMA realm. I don't know about boxing, but he has had some fights been plagued by his issue with cardio and not being able to be fresh for later rounds. Maybe that would be the weight cut, maybe not. We'll see. But I think 185, this fight is going to have a domino effect, because I thought coming into, again, today, before this kind of sleeper announcement that just popped up out of nowhere, I thought we were going to get like a Qatar card announcement. I'd heard some rumors. This came through anyway, but the point of this fight, the big point, is that it's going to have a ripple effect. Yes, this fight is massive. Absolutely. But getting this fight done means more to me that they're looking to get KSI back going in the kind of early to mid part 2025. Depending on how this fight goes, I could see KSI taking a fight in maybe February, maybe March, probably a little bit of a tune-up, get that done, and then fight the winner of this one, because I have a feeling they're going to run KSI out relatively close to this card. But also, again, depending on what kind of fight deal Tommy Fury and Darren Till sign, Jake Paul is also going to be free around this time. I don't know if he's going to only look at Tommy Fury with a win, or maybe Darren Till can enter into that conversation. Don't know. Also, he's talking about Canelo and probably going to take some time off as well. We'll see. The point being, the winner of this fight is going to change influencer boxing going forward. It may present an opponent for KSI. It may present a new massive name in their own right to Jake Paul, or maybe Logan Paul, or somebody else that's going to rise through the scene. And another thing here is Tommy Fury has gotten a really sweet deal with Jake Paul and KSI as opponents in his last couple, because he's going to have to prove here that he is a draw in his hometown. Without KSI, without Jake Paul, we don't really know how much of a draw he will be. Darren Till's got a big name, especially out in, I guess, Liverpool, where he's from. But Tommy Fury is in his backyard here. Of course, they're going to draw people to the venue. They're going to sell some tickets here, no doubt about it. But how is this going to play online? How are you guys receiving this? How is this going to look when the cameras come on and it is on DAZN behind that paywall, which I think is probably going to be the case? You'd have to think this is one of their pay-per-view cards with Tommy Fury and Darren Till in the main event. Depending on how the rest of the card looks, this is going to have to be a big-time event, and Tommy Fury is going to be a lot of weight on his shoulders to be a draw here. Let's see if he's got it. And as the fight itself is concerned, again, we didn't really see much from Darren Till in his boxing debut. But I've watched Aaron for a long time, and he does have a lot of the same similar attacks that he showed in MMA in boxing. Very much kind of testy with his lead hand, whether it's like a flick jab or a lead hook, all to get to that backhand. And he throws it with power. He does sometimes have an issue with consistency.